Okay, let's just jump right into it. We all know that feeling at the start of a project, right? It's where everything is on the line. You get it right and you're golden. But if you get it wrong, well, you're going to be fighting fires for months. So today, we're talking about how AI can be your new co-pilot, helping you absolutely nail those crucial first steps. I mean, how true is that? This quote just hits the nail on the head. We have all been there. You're scrambling to get things going, feeling this intense pressure to just start, even when that little voice in your head is saying, hey, maybe we should think about this a little more. This, this is the problem we're going to solve. So why does this happen over and over again? It's not because we're careless or bad at our jobs, not at all. It's a system problem. We're always working against the clock, we've got limited resources, and we're trying to build this solid foundation on what, let's be honest, often feels like shaky ground. And what's really fascinating here is how these are all connected, like a chain of dominoes. You start with one poorly documented assumption. Bam, that knocks over stakeholder alignment. Then that causes you to overlook a huge risk that blows up the budget later. And the documentation, the sheer amount of time it takes often means we rush the actual thinking. These aren't just little oopsies, they are literally the root causes of project failure. And this is so crucial to remember. The problem isn't you, it's the pressure cooker environment you're in. Everyone wants to see progress now, which forces us to move faster than we should. And that's where the cracks start to appear. But what if we could fundamentally change that equation? This is where AI comes in. And I want to be really, really clear. It's not a replacement for you. It's a co-pilot. Think of it as your structured thinking partner. Its number one job, to completely eliminate that awful blank page paralysis. It gives you a solid first draft so you can stop staring at a blinking cursor and start focusing on what truly matters. And this comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? We're moving away from that rushed, superficial work that happens when you're just desperate to get something on the page. Instead, you start with an AI-powered draft. That frees up your brain power for structured thinking, and most importantly, for having those deep, meaningful conversations with your stakeholders. So let's be crystal clear about this partnership, because it is the most important part. AI is fantastic at providing the structure, the skeleton, but you provide the judgment, the organizational context, the nuance. The AI is an incredible tool, but you remain 100% responsible for the final outcome. The buck still stops with you. All right, enough with the theory. Let's get practical. How does this actually work day to day? We're going to dive into how you can use smart, targeted prompts to turn what used to be hours of tedious documentation into just minutes of focused, high-value work. First up, the big one, the business case. You know, the document that justifies the entire project's existence. It has to be sharp, convincing, and clear. And this is an area where AI is just exceptionally good at creating a solid logical structure to build on. Here is a prompt you can literally copy and use tomorrow. But look at why it's so effective. You're telling the AI who to be a senior PM. You're telling it exactly what to include, all those key sections, and you're even setting the tone. That level of specificity is the secret sauce to getting a killer first draft. And here's that partnership in action again. See? The AI gives you the clean, structured draft with a logical flow. Your job is to then breathe life into it. You add your company's specific context, the strategic nuance that only a person can see, and you make that final call. Okay, so what's next? The project charter. We all know how critical they are for getting everyone on the same page. But let's be real, creating one from scratch can be a total grind. AI just completely removes that initial friction and pain. You're starting to see the pattern, right? It's the same formula. Define the role, list the content you need, and specify the format. It's like a recipe. This process ensures you get a comprehensive draft every single time. It's not just about being fast, it's about being thorough. So we've used AI for the what and the how with our business case and charter. But what about the who? This brings us to stakeholder analysis. And this is less about a formal document and more about nuance and, well, politics. It's an area where AI can be your quiet superstar, bringing structure to a very messy process. This is so incredibly powerful. The AI can generate a list of typical stakeholders for a big project, map them out by influence and interest, and even give you some boilerplate ideas for how to engage them. Your job? You take that map and you validate it against the reality of your organization. The AI provides the framework, you provide the real-world intelligence. Okay, moving beyond just documents.
let's talk about where AI can really strengthen the very foundation of your project in clarifying risks and defining scope. This is about using AI as a tool to help you see around corners and spot trouble before it finds you. Right at the beginning, AI is an amazing brainstorming partner for risks. It's been trained on just unimaginable amounts of data, so it can spot patterns from thousands of similar projects. It can surface those common blind spots that you or your team might completely miss on your own. A prompt like this will give you a beautifully categorized list of potential risks. Now just imagine walking into your next risk workshop. Instead of starting with a blank whiteboard and awkward silence, you start with this list. It completely jumpstarts the entire conversation. And that right there is the key. The AI is not doing the risk management for you. It's making your team's collaborative, human-led risk workshop dramatically more productive and comprehensive from the word go. So as we start to wrap this up, I really want to land on the most important theme of all. Your human judgment is and always will be central to this process. So let's look at a simple, safe, and super effective workflow for making this all happen. This 5-step process is your playbook. It's that simple. AI is your workhorse for steps 1 and 2, generating and reviewing. But steps 3, 4, and 5, validating with actual people, refining based on their feedback, and ultimately owning the outcome, that is all you. You lead where it matters most. And please, treat this slide as your essential set of guardrails. You can't just accept an AI-generated cost estimate without digging in. You can't assume its risk list is complete. And most importantly, you have to remember that AI has zero, and I mean zero, understanding of your company's culture or political landscape. Its output is always a draft, never a final decision. So, let's end on this crucial point. The AI is an advisor, a brilliant, knowledgeable, and unbelievably fast advisor, but it's still just an advisor. You, the project manager, you are the one who makes the decisions. You hold the authority. You're in charge. And so I'll leave you with this question to think about. When you look at your own projects, where do you lose the most time during that critical startup phase? What are the tasks that feel the most repetitive, the most like a grind? Because those are your absolute best opportunities to bring in an AI copilot and start your next project on the strongest foundation you've ever had.